Well, good morning. Day 6, week 3, Urban Agoge. So yeah, out in the woods again. Gonna do a bit of litter picking. Do my usual, say whatever comes into my head. Yeah. I did not get good sleep last night. Modern day stresses. And also, I do think having a computer in the bedroom is a bad idea. So that's not in the bedroom at the moment. So hopefully when I go tonight, I'll get a decent night's sleep. And I'll let you know. Yeah, I seriously think filming is going to become one of those things where like all the exercise and stuff, it's probably better to get up, do it and go on. But considering I did my run, and I'm pretty pleased with that yesterday, my legs don't hurt, my arms don't hurt, well yet, I haven't been up all that long, so we shall have to see. But yeah, one of the things I've got to get done that I didn't manage to get done yesterday was a trailer for the channel, so I can pop it across to Rangers TV. But I guess it's probably best to do a trainer when you're proving your output. So there's that. So yeah, I need to get in kind of like a when I'm not working work schedule. I suppose there's no time like the present. Let's get ye oldie litter bag out. Excuse rubbish camera angle. Yeah. So I wonder how long precisely it takes. Whoops. Fruit cider. Ah. So I wonder how long it precisely it would take to really lose faith with humanity. Given that people like to tear things down and cover the place in litter. I don't know. You tell me. Perhaps. But any of you know that, there's quite a few people subscribing that know me from work, do kind of know that I have a thing about competence and tend to not trust people that aren't competent. But I think that's, if you really think about anything, if you are one of those people that, just goes, oh, what if? You read a lot of science fiction, you'll know, you think about the stories in science fiction and how much easier the main characters would probably have it if more of the other characters were competent. That seems to be, how awful's that? That just being vaguely competent on its own is like a hero trait. That's depressing, isn't it? All we do is vaguely useful. And then, you know, and how often the hero in a moment of idiocy gets a load of competent people killed. It's very annoying. So, see, I don't think a competent person would litter. I don't think a competent person would drink 4 cans of shitty cider and then throw them into the grass. I don't know what goes on. Maybe that would be a fun question to ask someone if you found them littering. So yeah, the dark turn of mind to take first thing in the morning. I should have meditated first, but I still think that litter would have depressed me. Like, why? Why has it all got to be so useless? So yeah. So I've been thinking about the advert or the trailer for the channel. If you out there in YouTube land have any ideas, then feel free to enlighten me. Yeah. There's a bit of wild edibles for you. Young bracken fiddleheads. You see how the bits are very much like the head of a violin. You can boil those and eat them. That's about the only time you can eat bracken. Watch out for ticks. So yeah. So the trailer B, do you want to change your life? Do you want to fix stuff so it's better? I've no idea. I've no idea what the hook would be for more people. Because I know there are people out there watching that are competent human beings, and you know, I'm very thankful and I respect the people that are watching this. But the sort of person that is genuinely going to watch and take part in a course of, holistic fitness. God, I hate that word. So let's go for universal fitness. Okay? I'm going to call it universal fitness from now on. So, yeah. If you're going to go for that whole universal fitness thing, and I think it would, by dint of you deciding that your life was rubbish. I think you generally just not do things like litter. You generally try and be a responsible citizen. Or if there was a way where people could be slightly more responsible, you'd encourage that. You know. And again, I find myself continually aggravated, but this is how, I'm sure somebody else said it before, but and I'm not advocating it in any way. Certainly don't read the book, it's awful. It's my personal review. Nobody has sponsored me to make this review, but I just don't think it's a good book. I don't think a lot of self-help books are good books. I think a lot of self-help books are largely waffle, or at least the working out or illustrations of a few points. But I think on the odd rare occasion, Jordan Peterson's been right. I think, and it's a real shame that it's been taken up by a very right-wing crowd. But right-wing crowds like law and order. And when he says something like, okay, so you have all these rights, what are your responsibilities? You know, because somebody else having rights is your responsibilities. You're responsible to uphold those rights of freedom of speech, freedom from oppression and stuff. You know, and it's very hard for the average person to understand some things without, you know, studying the problem intensely. Yeah, I know the world's not a perfect place. I know a lot of people are oppressed because of who and what makes them up. You know, lots of people are very different from one another. You know. But, you know, this is where the media could help. By actually publishing facts rather than opinion. You know. And I haven't found, although I do read The Guardian, because I think it's more in line with my political beliefs, although not 100%. Yeah. You know, they just... Media does not seem to be in the habit of publishing truth. And I'm not saying it's fake news. I'd never say it was fake news. You know, basically, the things they're reporting on most of the time happened. Their opinion on what happened is not truth. As the creator of The Guardian in Manchester said, facts are free, opinion's going to cost you. So, yeah. In that he vowed never to put something that he saw as an opinion piece on the front page. And they've largely kept to that, but some of their opinions sort of clash with my ideas, but that's going to happen. You put two people in a room, you'll generate an argument in 5 minutes about something if you're really setting out to do it. So yeah, but you know, the whole rights versus responsibilities, you know, but I think it's very much in the mode of something like a citizen's contract, which we don't have. Don't have a citizen's contract where at age 18 you become fully responsible for your actions, or age 21. We don't do that. We don't really spell out what someone's responsibilities are going to be. Which is weird. Perhaps we should. And then everybody knows where they stand. I'm not even going to get all the litter here, because the bag's already full. So, yeah. What's your take on that? You know? So it's a bit more of a downer today, you know, so when you think about things like that, you think, well... But, you know, it's the system we live with currently. Bear with me just a sec. Yeah, I think it's I think being gloomy is a side effect of picking up litter. As I said, I can only pick up so much, and but one person. And you never start off any plan with if everybody. So my plan is, there is less litter in the world. There's slightly more stuff in landfill. Maybe I need to sort out some recycling bins, so tin cans and all that sort of thing go to the right place. But yeah, the world's kind of odd. I don't understand it. I think the only thing you can reasonably do is understand your bit of it and try and be understanding of other people. Oh, I'm not going to get through there, which means... Ow. I get to fall over here. So yeah, I don't know. Need more heroes. Although I haven't had breakfast and coffee yet, so I'm feeling it. Yeah. Comment. I need your input on this one, people, because there doesn't seem to be an answer out there. I'm finding it hard to make sense of it all. And I ideally would. When I know, for example, you can make a case for, right, the world is this messed up, it is a system and we must take advantage of it. I get that. I don't think the system has, up until recently, I don't think it changed for a couple of thousand years. You know, wealthy, powerful people in charge, everybody else at the bottom. But now, with this kind of viral spread of information where theoretically my videos could reach millions, now we've got a situation where it's different. And although there are lots of good people reaching out and saying, look, this is what needs to happen, I don't think anybody's all that interested in joining up the dots. You know, if we were to generate 6 billion heroes, or 7.5 billion heroes, because that's how many people it's been updated since I knew about it. When I was a kid, it was 3 billion. Yeah, imagine that. Now it's 7.5. Things like birth control, things like people not living in poverty, you know, those would all help. And I know you've got some wealthy countries that have got actually a drop in childbirth, but I'm pretty sure you could incentivise people having less children if you really gave a monkeys about it. But you know, involves a certain amount of trust. Anyway, the idea is that smarter people than me will do this course and become super responsible and then say, hey, I've come up with a solution. I do not expect to fix everything. I just think these are questions that it's probably worth asking. And then we can do other stuff. There is a lot of wealth in the world. There's still lots of mineral resources, but they're being rather selfishly used, as 'twere, and kept by a small percentage. Can I get up here without falling over? Yes. So yeah, a gloomy one today, but the hope is as we all get healthier and we eat better and we think more, that we'll come up with some solutions. I've got another channel called Church of Server, which we're just starting up, which is kind of like a unification church almost, even though I'm an atheist, that accepts everybody with the grand goal of making stuff better, actually making stuff better. So maybe we'll see some results out of that. And I'm getting lots of in-person feedback from people. There's rubbish all the way down there, but the bag is full. That's my rule. 1 bag per litter picking mission. But yeah. You know, the purpose of having that many heroes on hand is definitely to stop bad things from happening. So could it be I don't know, there is a danger of, if this were to take off, like the urban agoge were to take off in hand with Church of Server, and everybody starts trying to solve all these problems, because we have the tech just laying around. You know, it's cheap, you can buy it on eBay to fix most things. So we need to build some places where those things are viewable. Like you have a place that houses 100 people that is completely self-sufficient as far as food, power and energy is concerned. And you say, look, you could live like this. Well, what are the bills? Virtually nothing. You know, work a couple of hours on the farm a week and then get on with what you want to get on with. So yeah, so very much like a commune, but one that also interacts with capitalism. So like a merging of the two concepts, in that, yeah, some things are cooperatively owned, like tools and tractors and, you know, heavy equipment and the building itself, and then everything else is your choice, because, you know, segments of a community like that couldn't fall into property developers' hands. So yeah, such is life. But yeah, so I'd be really, as always, I'm always really pleased to know or get comments from people saying, yes, I have this idea. And it's like, you know, that is an example of, in under 3 weeks, a folded in idea. You know, some of the books I've read are folded in ideas from you, the audience. That's how this works, really. And I don't want to be screaming into the void no matter how many subscribers I get. I want a community of people that are getting better. So yeah, if someone is round and overweight and is in a terrible enough state in their lives that's really just floated along and messed up their life, like me, can dig themselves out and sort out their life, then, you know, it should be possible for nearly everybody. So, you know, the whole getting out of debt thing, the whole stopping smoking cigarettes and stuff like that, that's all got to happen. And I know it, you know, and stopping cigarettes is going to be way more difficult than doing the run or doing the exercise or anything like that. So we'll just see. But yeah, it just made me despondent as I walked down and was planning to pick up some litter. There was a whole new bunch of litter. But that's the nature of a Sisyphean task. You're competing with yourself at this point, with your own willpower. You know, perhaps it's a metaphor for becoming fit and not putting junk in your body, you know, instead of externalising it and putting it on Mother Earth. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to stop there. So, please watch the videos to the end, even if you go and do something else. I don't mind. It does mess with the YouTube algorithm and make it much more likely that other people that could do with this information can get it. If you like and subscribe, that also helps too. makes me feel better. But also, it's all geared towards getting out to as many people as possible. And I'm going to keep saying that until we've got like 1 million subscribers. This is all the information in one place, being presented by someone that is learning as they go along. So, you know, you're not going to find that in any self-help book anywhere. So, thanks for watching, and do take care.